Boss. Good job.
There it is. Joe.
Dogs, get it. Oh, that's good, dogs.
As I'm sure you already noticed from my wild hog pest control video, I've been on a trip down south. While on my trip, I decided to stop and help this dairy farm with their rat infestation. As you'll soon see, this dairy is quite overrun with rats. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring any mink with us on this trip due to the complications involved with traveling with mink, as well as the fact that mink don't handle the heat very well. So we'll be doing the job with only dogs this time. They actually have a different species of rat than what we typically hunt over in Utah. The species we'll be going after tonight are called black rats, also known as roof rats. So I want to introduce you guys to this little dog. You're going to be seeing her for the next at least couple months if she doesn't end up becoming my dog permanently. Her name is Gypsy, and she's a little Patterdale Terrier. She's 20 months old, so getting close to 2 years old, and she's a tiny little thing. I got her just a few weeks ago from a buddy of mine, and she's officially not my dog. She's still his dog, technically speaking. Tonight is going to be her first ever ratting. Get it. Good job, boss. Here's some up here. Look up here. How much? Everyone ready? Start grabbing rats down. Oh, this is a big one. If I can get its tail. I can't get its tail. Fetch. There we go. Get it. You got it. Good dog. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl.
Enough.
Okay, that's enough. Out, Leia, out. Can someone grab that rat? If you don't mind.
Oh, little one right here.
Come on, good girl, Leia. Come on. Leia, boss. Come on. Get it in. Good girl. Oh, that's good dog. Oh, good girls. That's good dogs. Could you, Jacob, could you go find that bucket? Okay, go watch, dogs. Go watch.
What's this?
Go. Good job. Oh, that's good dogs. Get it. Oh, that's good dogs. See, these are the big ones for here. Really big. And that's like medium for brown rats. I'm gonna get bit. I'll just shut up now. Oh, there's a little one. Let's grab it by the head. Oh no, I can grab it through the tail here. Hildy! Did you get it?
Hildy, come.
Oops, I lost it. Get on it. Oh, good girl, Hildy. Good girl. Good girl, Hildy. Okay, out.
Drop. Hildy, here, come. That one's right.
Yeah, that one's good. Did you get it? Look, dog stopped. I think someone got it. Okay, let's go to the next spot. It's so weird, man. Brown rats wouldn't be up there like that.
Really?
I mean, they would occasionally climb, but not like all huddled in the same like high spot like that. Good girl. Yeah,
You got one in there.
Yeah,
You got one in there?
But there's no lift in that. That's got big old salt licks
Syrup
on it.
tubs on it.
There, check. Good girl. I wonder where they sleep.
Oh, one just came flying out of there.
Oh, did it?
Yes. She missed it.
That's too bad. I wonder where they sleep all day. You know, brown rats, they've got little holes they're hiding in.
I've seen a few holes.
Yeah, but not enough for them to, like...
Not as many as you're seeing.
Yeah, not for rats. I don't see any places they sleep up high. Up. In this tire. Yeah, there's one in the tire. Good girl. Oh, you missed it. Nobody was looking. Oh, there's one. Good job, boss. That's a good boy, boss man. That's a good boy. Oh, that's a good boy. Trophy rat. Oh, there's a good girl, Leia. You roll this around a little bit, maybe something else will pop out. I think I saw another one, maybe. Good job, little Miss Buttercup. You found this one. Oh, there's more.
Ladies, get it.
Come on, guys, watch. That's good dogs. Good dogs.
Oh, there it is.
I got it. Get it. Good girl. Good dog. Oh, that's good dogs.
Oh, a gypsy.
Good dogs. Good job, Gypsy girl. Good job. Out. We don't need to have a 5-way on one rat. Out. Good girl, Gypsy. That a good girl.
Good.
Okay, out.
Drop.
Gypsy, out. Oh, that a good girl.
Joseph, how often can they have pups?
Every 3 weeks.
Every 3, and they're sexually mature at what? 3 months old?
2.5 months old.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and that's breeding. They don't
Yeah.
actually have the litter for another 3 weeks. So like, basically at like
You're right.
a little over 3 months old, they have their first litter.
Walk over there.
Oh, where are they coming from?
In the
Oh, I can hear them. Yeah. Okay, come on, dogs, come watch. Come watch. Oh, we're augering in.
Anybody look in it?
Oh, pause. It's right here. It's right here. Joe. Joe.
Yeah. Oh. Get it.
Oh, we lost
I
it.
think it's in this pallet.
Come watch, dogs.
That's what I was doing.
Nope. Ooh, get it. Oh. Get it. Good job, boss. Good boy, boss. Yeah, that's a good dog. Good girl. Out. That's enough. Out. That's enough. Oh, good girl. That's a good dog.
They're gonna come right down.
You
on
hear
top of
them?
you, honey, be careful.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right there. Oh, good dogs. Get it. Oh, dang it. That's a good dog. Oh, that good girl.
Good, Haley.
Get it. Oh, good boy. Get it. Oh, good boy. Yeah, bite it. Don't freaking bite it. Come on, bite down. Don't bite. Bite. Oh,
Right here.
There we go. Good girl, Leia. Out. That's a good dog. Out. That's out. Good there. That's good. You gotta bite it, dude. Quit playing with it. It's not a duck.
Not a bumper.
Come on, dogs.
Get it.
Oh. Get it. Oh, good dogs. Good girl, Leia. Out. That's enough. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good dog. Oh, good girl. But you guys stay just a little bit out of my way. That's a good idea, though. That's a good idea. Yeah. Just watch. Oh, that's a good girl. Yes. Good thinking. Oh, here it comes. Watch. Oh, that's good dog. Oh, good girl. Oh, dang it. We got body slam. Buttercup. Oh. You getting it? Okay, outside. Come on out. Outside. There you go, good girl.
There's another one right there, Joe.
Come.
Hildy was actually really good where she was.
Was she? I was gonna come play blocker.
That works, that works. We got another one that's right here. Come here. Hey, come here. Why are you running away from me? Look here. Look here. Yeah, good girl, bitch. Yeah, both of you, good dogs. Good dogs.
Watch your hands.
Oh, good girl, Leia. Good girl, Leia. That's a good dog. Oh, dude, you gotta bite it. Quit freaking mouthing it. Come on, pups.
He's running back up. You have to go faster. The tractor and turn it on. Oh, those little buggers are fast, too.
Take a bite from the rat. Okay.
We'll try the trailer.
Should we go walk around? Oh yeah, we can try the trailer. Gypsy Leia.
Hey, get in there.
What's in there?
Throw them in there.
What's in there?
Leia, get him.
Hildy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come here.
Gypsy. Oh, there's some holes. They might be buried down here. Oh, they got one. Good girl, Leia. Get over it. Get over it. That's it. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, out.
Drop it.
Buttercup,
Dead.
out. Buttercup, out. Let's go. We got the bucket.
Yep. Here, toss it.
Go left under.
I built nests on those transmissions in the back 2 years ago. That was a nightmare.
Yeah, Leia's marking pretty hard. Out. Here's one. Come watch, dogs. It's gonna run. Come watch, dogs. Hold on a second. Did they get it or get it?
No, he's heard the buckets. Chasing it.
Good girl, Leia. That's a good dog. That's a good dog. Good girl, Leia. Okay, that's enough. Out.
Buttercup, come here, watch.
He just will not back down.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get in one and just let him get hammered a bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, drop.
good, dead.
There we go. Now stay.
Hildy,
Hildy.
back. Lady.
Where's Buttercup? Buttercup.
Right.
There you go. Those two would be perfect. They're the small ones.
It's coming that way.
Oh, there's one moving now. Oh, that's a good dog. Oh, that's a good dog. Good girl.
They're here, these pallets is where they're at.
Oh, there it goes.
Hey, oh! Buttercup, nose down, watch. Oh, here they come, here they come. Moving through the pallets.
Okay, I got that open.
Here they come. Joe, come here.
Good dog, good dogs. Go, go, dogs. Good dogs. Leia! Leia! Oh, get it! We got slow dogs. We need fast dogs. Leia, come on! Come here!
I think it's still under this pallet. I don't think it came out.
Oh, there he is.
There it comes.
What you said, what you said. Ah, son of a gun. I had him, but I just didn't get a hold. Out.
Dead.
That's good, girl. Out. You got him on the bucket.
Joe.
I need to be taller for once in my life. Oh, there he is. That's a trophy. That's a big one. Let me get a little stool or something.
Oh, he's there.
Come jump. Get outside. I turned it at least. Good job, Leia. Good job. Good job. Get on it. Yeah, that's a good dog. That's a good dog, Leia. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. I think the other camera could come up here. That's a good girl. Out. Out.
Dead.
That's good dogs. Oh, that's such good dogs. Okay, flying rat, heads up.
Oh, almost got me. Very near.
This is wild. We just got buck wild.
There it is. Joe.
Come on, buddy. Woo! Okay, I'm moving pallets.
Yeah, let's stack those. He's still under this one though, I think.
Stack them on the side.
Somewhere where the rats don't expect them. Hold him there. Good boy. Hold him there.
Get your boy.
Oh, there's a hole here. He went down, I think.
Oh, yeah. I'll check it.
Went down a hole. Yep. Lay out.
Do all this and that'll be the last one that came out.
Yeah, I know. Now that we're ready.
Usually what happens.
Over me.
Oh, yeah.
There we again.
Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Oh, that's a good boy. He got it before he hit the ground again. He flipped it and then grabbed it before it touched the ground. There they go, dog. There they go, dogs. Okay, out. It's dead, guys. Good job. Good job, boss man. You saved the day. He flipped that in the air and then grabbed it just before it hit the ground. That's good, dogs. There any more in there? There we go.
One this side too. Joe.
Oh, there you go.
Good job, Hildy. Good girl. Daddy, good girl. Leia. Oh, daddy, good dog. Yeah, daddy, good dog. Daddy, good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. Out. That's enough. Out. That's a good girl. Out. Out. That's a good girl.
Yeah. Still up there?
He's over on this side. All right, where I'm shining. That's why they call them roof rats.
Okay, he's more kind of in the middle, same side, but
Just in the middle. And now he's moving, he's smack dab in the middle, right there. And now he's over.
man, I wish I had a mink.
I just stick a mink up there and be done.
Buttercup fit?
Cheap trap.
Jeez, I wish I had a mink.
Yeah.
This is like such an easy job for a mink right here, specifically.
Oh well.
Yeah, let's leave it. It's just one.
I just didn't
Let's
know.
go water the dogs. They're all hot.
Yeah.
You got a bowl for me too?
Got a water bottle.
There's another mink. Just stick a mink up in there. Bubble boom. We got to come back with at least 1 or 2 mink, if not more. I don't know how these guys do nothing with dogs in England, man. This is so inefficient. So incredibly inefficient. How many rats are we not getting because we can't poke them? How much faster it'd be just stick a mink in there and be done. Good girl, Leia. Is there more? Good girl,
There's some
Leia.
screen in there.
Oh, there's a good dog. Yeah, there's a good dog. Is there one right there?
Should we get it cleared?
Woo! Good boss. Good job, boss. That's a good boy, boss. Okay, out. That's good dogs. Yeah, it's good dogs. Get it. Good job, boss. Yeah, good boy. That's a good dog. That's a good boy. Out. That's a good boy. You got it. Ooh, that was a big one too. Oh, it was like a 10 in 1. Oh, they're all hitting on this. Oh, there's
There, right there. Get it.
boss.
Boss.
Did it come over here?
Oh, there goes another one.
Get it. Boss. Boss. Good job. They get it?
No, it's still coming.
Good job. They get it?
It's right here. Right here.
Boss. Good job. They get it?
No, it's still coming.
Good job. They get it?
It's right here. Right here. Right here.
Look.
Leia. Yes, good
Leia,
girl.
boss. Get it. Oh, good job, Leia. Daddy, good job.
Good girl.
Boss. Get it. Oh, good job.
Right here.
Push that. It already has floors.
It's there.
Yeah, I saw
I see a tail right here.
Watch for running.
Hey, hand me that stick.
Here you go. Get it, boss. Good job. Get it. You gotta move with your light, like we can't follow it without the light, dude.
Yeah, right there.
Get it. Good job, Leia. Oh, she get it? Did she get it? Yeah. Good girl, Leia. Good dogs. Okay, out, Buttercup, out. Alrighty, so we had a great night tonight. We had about 40 rats. Pretty sure we lost a few in the kind of confusion, so we don't know exactly how many, but right around 40, we'll call it. Tonight was an interesting night because this is the first time I have ever ratted for, and possibly the first time I've ever seen, a species of rat called black rats. Now, the name doesn't mean much because they're the same color as brown rats, but they are a different species of rat. Also wanted to talk about these little dogs. So we've got here little Buttercup, if you guys know her. Little Gypsy, she's a tiny little girl. Her and Buttercup are about the same size. And if you see next to Leia, we've got Gypsy and Leia. And the purpose behind getting Gypsy is she's smaller, so she can fit in smaller holes than Leia could. We were doing a specific job where Leia couldn't fit. So I called my buddy, hey, can you bring your tiny little Patterdale Gypsy, because I knew he had her, we'd been out before. Did you bring Gypsy? And he said, sure. I haven't really had her on much, but I'd bring her over. So he brought her over. After the job, getting it done, I asked him, hey, what you doing with this little dog? You've had her, why aren't you getting her on stuff? He's like, oh, I'm busy, haven't had a chance to get out and work her. I said, well, hey, I need a little sucker like this. How about you let me take her home, give her a try, work her for a bit. If I like her, I'll keep her. If I don't like her, you'll get a trained dog back. And he said, good deal. So we've got little Gypsy for, at least a couple months, and then we'll decide from there if we're gonna make her a permanent part of the team. And basically her job's to fit where Leia can't fit. Okay, so this is a black rat. I wish I had a brown rat side by side to show you. The reason there are black rats here is because the brown rats aren't here. So brown rats are dominant and predatory to black rats. If you notice, this isn't that big of a rat, and yet it's the biggest one we've caught tonight. This species of rat is a little bit smaller than the brown rats and less aggressive as well. So the brown rats, they absolutely destroy populations of other rodents. So native rodents and invasive, like this black rat, alike get wiped out when the brown rat moves in. They kill off mice, they kill off smaller species of rats. Pretty much anything smaller than them that's a rodent, they almost decimate, if not drastically reduce their populations, because brown rats are highly predatory towards other rodents. So where there aren't brown rats, these black rats are able to take over and successfully live. Not very long after the brown rats move in, these guys start disappearing. Now they're a little bit different from the brown rats in addition to size and temperament not being quite as aggressive. If you notice, they've got a lot longer tail in proportion to their body than a brown rat would have. And that's the reason they have that is these guys are far more arboreal than brown rats. They don't tend to dig a lot of tunnels and holes as much as brown rats, and they tend to live up in rafters. For that reason, the more accurate name for this species is the roof rat. A lot of people will call them roof rats, and that's a lot more accurate name than the black rat, because you see they're not any different color than a brown rat. But a roof rat is a lot more accurate name because it describes the fact that they're often climbing up high on stuff. So another difference that lets you know, because size is obviously vague, you could have a small brown rat or a big black rat and get confused between the species. So the tail is an indication. Also, they got kind of little Mickey Mouse ears. Their ears are bigger and more Mickey Mouse-like than a brown rat. And once again, I apologize that I don't have a brown rat here to show you. Another thing is their face is slightly more pointy. It's got not as boofy of a head, kind of a pointier head shape than the brown rats. So yeah, interesting thing. We don't have these at all where we live because of the brown rats. Let me give you a little history lesson on these rats. So back in the medieval times, they had the Black Plague, the bubonic plague, right? And everyone says, oh man, you better not handle these rats, you're gonna get the bubonic plague. Well, these guys actually are the host of the bubonic plague. So they believe the bubonic plague was most likely, now there's a few theories out there, so just realize it's not, a lot of facts are not stone. There are a lot of theory going into history. So just want to throw that caveat. But the common theory today about the bubonic plague is that it was passed by fleas from these little guys, black rats. So the bubonic plague, was a absolutely horrible part of history. People were dying all the time because these black rats would carry these fleas who'd bite the rat. They would get infected with the plague. They would then bite another rat who would get infected with the plague. They'd bite a human who'd get infected with the plague. They'd go bite another human, so such and so forth. These fleas were transferring from rats to humans, humans back to rats, and everyone was dying. Horrible, horrible thing. Now, one of the many theories as to why the bubonic plague ended was brown rats. At the time, like I said, these black rats were living high on the hog. They didn't have any competition. Neither rat, by the way, is native to Europe or North America. Then all of a sudden, the brown rat was introduced to Europe. Those brown rats then proceeded to wipe out the black rats, which some believe ended the Black Plague, because the brown rats don't pass on the plague the way black rats do. So when the brown rats took over, wiped out all the black rats, the plague ended. Now there's other theories as to why it ended, so don't go and say, hey, this is the solid truth. It's just one of the many ideas as to what ended the plague. So interesting thing, the brown rats came along, saved the day. And now if you go to Europe and England and such, they have few, if any, black rats at all. Other places like most of the United States, at least the northern part of the United States, have only brown rats because they've wiped out all the black rats. The interesting thing, if you look at things historically, black rats tend to be the first to colonize an area for whatever reason. I don't know if it's just because they're good at climbing onto ships better, I don't know, but they'll climb onto a ship and go to another country, take over, and then a few years later, a brown rat makes it, same way, gets on a ship, stowaways over to this country, takes over, boom, and they wipe out the black rats. And that seems to be a repeating historical event over and over again. The black rat comes first, then the brown rat. And not always do they wipe them out. There are certain situations where they can kind of cohabitate and the brown rat just reduces the black rat numbers, but in other cases, they totally wipe them out. So being out of state, it was a unique opportunity for us to come down here to the south and hunt some of these black rats. And why they tend to be in the south and not the north, I don't really understand the story. I'm assuming they also have brown rats here too. So maybe it's something to do with the lack of winter, giving these guys an advantage that they don't have up north. I don't really know. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found that history lesson and that species lesson interesting. Thanks for watching. We'll show you more next time.